This is amazing. I like it, thought Aman as he read one of the entries for the application for an internship. This girl has something in her. I am sure she would become a great writer one day. He drifted away all other applications and attached this particular write-up in a file. He dialed a number. Hello? Mrs. Sharma? I'm Aman speaking, Aman Shukla. This is regarding the Young Expression Internship Program. Yes, based on the application you had sent us, Miss Kavya Mehra has been selected as the intern this season. Yes, so may I please get her contact details? Aman noted down Kavya's phone number and email address and thanked Mrs. Sharma. He was satisfied with his choice. Now, before he contacted the girl, he had to call his boss, Mr. Arjun Singhania. And that wasn't an easy job. Arjun Singhania, the author who became popular for his novels at a very young age. He was just 29 and many envied his fame. He was tall, handsome and single. Young girls were crazy for him. But he had no interest in relationships. Books were his only interest. To encourage budding writers, an institute in Pune, Institute for Literary Arts, had come up with an internship program named as Young Expression. For this program, they had approached Arjun Singhania after his third book was launched. The idea was very simple. Every 4 months, the institute would carry out the process of selecting an intern who would assist Mr. Arjun on his ongoing work for at least a month. Arjun had appreciated the idea and had signed a 2-year contract with the institute. But his experience with the interns was pathetic. He always cursed himself for signing the contract. Now only 4 months of the contract were remaining, and he was glad that he would be free from the contract soon. Arjun was a very nice person when things happened the way he wanted. And his temper would go out of control if something happened against his wish. He never liked being disturbed when he would be working. He always remained isolated when he needed to concentrate on writing or when he needed peaceful environment to think upon his work. And for that, whenever he wanted to be alone, he always went to his bungalow in Panchgani. The weather at the hill station and the natural beauty there always refreshed his mind, and he could work with new enthusiasm. He was an orphan, and the only woman he had truly loved was Kaveri Mosi, his caretaker. Caretaker, yes, but she was like his mother. She had always considered him as her son. And she was the only one who knew Arjun very well. Aman was the coordinator for the internship program and managed everything related to it. Now that he had selected the intern for this season, he wanted to inform the same to Arjun Singhania. He was a bit hesitant, but finally dialed Arjun's number. As expected, Arjun was irked by anything related to this internship and the useless, stupid interns, as he called them. But by now, Aman was used to all this. Arjun was least interested in knowing about the intern, and he told Aman to send the intern to his Panchgani bungalow by the end of the week. Aman was relieved after the call ended. He sent a mail regarding the internship details to Miss Kavya Mehra. Mrs. Sharma was the principal of College of Arts, Pune. She sat happily in her chair, recalling the call from Mr. Raman. She was glad for Kavya. She had always wanted Kavya to progress in her life. Today, Mrs. Sharma was satisfied for what she had done for Kavya. Just then, there was a knock on the door of her cabin. "Come in," she said, and Kavya stormed in. She was enraged because Mrs. Sharma had sent her application without asking or informing her. Kavya never wanted to do any internship. She just wanted to live a simple life, and she had her own personal reasons for that. Kavya was very angry because she got to know from her colleague Rashmi that Mrs. Sharma had asked Rashmi to give her anything which Kavya had written. Rashmi had found a paper on which Kavya had scribbled something. Mrs. Sharma liked it and sent it with the application in the name of Kavya. Kavya tried to control her anger. She asked Mrs. Sharma, "Why, ma'am? Why are you doing this?" Mrs. Sharma smiled and walked towards Kavya. She gently placed her hand on Kavya's head and said, "Look, beta, you are a very sweet girl and I have always admired your work. But I don't want you to stay here teaching students. I know that isn't your interest. I know you write very well. Dream big, beta, and achieve it." Kavya didn't agree. She chuckled. "I can't dream, ma'am. I will never dare to dream again. I have experienced once how it feels when dreams are shattered, and shattered so cruelly. I have no guts to bear that pain again." Kavya was silently staring into the air, her face grim. Mrs. Sharma said gently, "Kavya dear, I don't know what you had gone through and what you are talking about. I just know that you have the right to live your life with joy. And you don't get such opportunities again and again. Accept the offer, dear. Why are you ruining your present living in the memories of the past? Don't let these 25 years of your life decide your future. Leave the past behind you and move on." Kavya gave no reaction. Mrs. Sharma sighed. "Kavya beta, I said what I felt. The decision is yours after all." Kavya was walking out of the college gate. She was thinking of the internship offer. Mrs. Sharma had given her a new hope. Kavya was in a dilemma whether or not to accept the offer. It was a golden chance to work with the Arjun Singhania. She might never get such a chance again. But her mind was not ready to try something new, something in which the results were not fixed, in which the consequences were not known. She feared that something bad would happen, like it always had. She didn't know what to do now. Kavya reached home. Her grandpa, whom she called Baba, was waiting for her as usual. Kavya had lost her parents when she was a few days old. She had grown with her grandparents. Her grandma had passed away a couple of years ago. Kavya always used to enter the house smiling, but today she was not. Her grandpa noticed that she was worried about something. Something was troubling her. As Kavya sat on the bed, wrapping her arms around a pillow, thinking about the internship, her grandpa came in her room and sat beside her. Kavya showed him the email she had received. She was supposed to reply to it by the next day. She looked at her grandpa. "What should I do, Baba?" Her grandpa looked at his child and said, "I think you should go. His smile was genuine and he meant what he said. Kavya hugged him. I'm scared, she whispered. Her grandpa caressed her and said, Face your fears, dear. And in this case, there's nothing to be scared of. You are going to learn something new, and it is going to be a great experience for you. But Baba, you would be alone here if I go, she said. Just 1 month, dear, and the days will pass before you even know. Kavya felt better now. Her grandpa was her best friend. She quickly typed a reply to the mail, but she hesitated before hitting send. Was this the right decision? She again looked at Baba. He nodded to support her decision. Kavya gained confidence. Here I come, Arjun Singhania, she thought as she clicked on send. Arjun sat holding his head in his hands. Kaveri Mausi came there. Seeing Arjun, she said, Arjun, what happened? Let me guess. A new intern is coming soon, am I right? Arjun looked up at her in surprise. How did you know that? He asked. Look at you, she said, teasing him. Anyone can tell this after seeing your face. She laughed. What do I do, Kaveri Mausi? These interns are so dumb and irritating. I'm just fed up, said Arjun. You yourself had signed the contract. Now suffer, she said, winking at him. Oh God, why did I? Said Arjun, regretting it. He looked at the file about the new intern Aman had sent. He read the name. Oh no, another girl, he said with a sigh. Kavya Mehra. Huh, I hate you.